You can do this. Take a photo of Winnie in agony.
Doctors is getting started as well.
You think what? No.
No, you're gonna get a hole here. That's not advisable.
Wow. Now stand up quite scary. You understand me?
So funny. That was fucking fun. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bernard and welcome to the channel. So it's another long weekend here in Sydney and we're taking this opportunity to explore more, and this time we're going to explore the western part of this city. Like most tourists or people that live here, our first choice was to visit Blue Mountains. Unfortunately, because of the weather, as you can see, it is not ideal conditions, and the weather forecast states that it's going to be this way for the rest of the weekend. Instead of wasting our time here, we decided to head further west to Turon National Park. It is about 1.5 hours drive from Blue Mountains, so the weather is supposed to be different. And according to the forecast, the weather this weekend is supposed to be great. So I'm gonna visit the area to check it out to see whether it's good and whether it's worth it. So if you guys are ever in this area and want to visit Blue Mountains but the weather conditions are not ideal, you can consider this place as an alternative.
Hi.
Okay, we just arrived at our accommodation for the night, which is at Turon Gates. So why don't you tell them about the types of accommodation we have?
You can choose from glamping tents to riverside cabins that are about $200 to $300 a night, or you can just book the campground and erect a tent on your own. That will be the cheapest option.
And that's the one we went for. And the other thing that you might want to know is that there are a few campgrounds around in Turon National Park, but we went for this one at Turon Gates because it has better facilities like hot showers, warm showers, and toilets with warm water as well. So that's why we went for this. It does cost more. It costs much more than the other campgrounds, in fact, but it's quite worth it in our opinion. And the other thing that you need to know is that there is a minimum of 3 nights stay at the point of making this video. So that's quite a bummer. Like if we are only staying for 2 nights, so we kind of have to waste 1 night. So yes, so we're gonna set up our tent, and it is right by the riverside also.
Right by a small stream.
We joke this place.
How to joke?
Put tissue paper.
So for this campground, there isn't a dedicated lot for you to erect your tent in. Basically, you just come in and you pick your spot. Anywhere within the campground, you can set up your tent. And we chose this spot, which is right by the stream. And the toilet is also relatively close, just up this hill, but it's a small workout each time I want to pee.
It's to facilitate his 2-hourly pee breaks, especially at night.
I was planning to just pee here secretly, but the thing about this trip is that we are supposed to meet up with friends here because we drove in separate cars. It's already 11:30 and they are supposed to arrive at around 11, but we do not see them around yet. We drove up and down the campgrounds and even around the estate, but they're still nowhere to be seen. It's really tough to try to meet up without proper phone communications because there is no internet or phone reception in this area, so we can't message or call them. It's how they did it in the past, but it's really tough and I don't know how they do it. So it's almost 12 already and our friends are still not here yet. And we're really starving, so we don't have a choice but to go ahead and eat lunch first. So Winnie and Dorcas, if you are watching this, we apologize in advance and we hope you had your lunch as well.
Where did we camp at last time?
This is one of the most scenic campgrounds we've stayed at so far and the nicest place we've cooked outdoors. It's currently 1 PM and our friends are not here yet, and I'm feeling very sleepy because we've been up since 4 a.m. Are you gonna nap?
I am already.
So I think we're gonna nap after that heavy lunch. So yeah, we left the tent open so they could spot us if they are here. It's 1:30 p.m. and the rest have finally arrived. Let me introduce you to them. This is Winnie.
I said 1 p.m. right?
And that is Dorcas. Hey. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. As the rest of the group set up their tents, I used my eye power to help and my camera to document them in action. After setting up our tents, we went to the manager cabin to purchase some firewood and get some advice on what to do around the area. She was very nice and gave us a map showing us where we can explore. As a bonus, there was a very cute puppy on the property. Okay, so the original plan was for us to just chill by the campsite and start a fire, but look at the amazing light that we're having, so we decided to go for a last minute hike. So the plan is to hike from the bottom of here to the top of here. Let's see how long it will take to do it. The hike we are doing is called the Devil's Climb. It's a short but steep hike. It is walking distance from the campground to the start point and easily accessible. For the Devil's Climb walk, you can link up to the Turon River walk and do a full loop instead of hiking back the same way. But as we are pretty tight for time, we only did a small part of the full trail. It doesn't take long. Within 30 minutes, you can get clear view of the mountains. Okay, look at what my friend is doing. She's collecting firewood in her umbrella.
How resourceful is this?
She looks so dainty as well.
Are you very proud of yourself and your idea?
Mary Poppins will be so proud.
Hire me 1 hour for $60.
Wow, way above the minimum wage. Not bad eh?
Way more expensive than having a
Need to give you the, what's that called, superannuation.
yeah, if you give me in cash, then you don't. Oh wow, this is like the best job ever with a sunset coming down. So you can look at the sunset and you can collect wood at the same time. Multitasking, like my actual job all the time.
So after a short 1 hour hike, we are back at the campsite with the firewood we gathered and we are attempting to start a campfire.
I think she knows how to do it.
For dinner, we went all out and brought a wok and rice to make ourselves a nice Asian meal. Dinner time! How's the food?
Delicious.
To wrap up the day, we sat around the campfire eating marshmallows. Not to be outdone by yesterday's dinner, for breakfast we have sausage, bacon, pancakes, and banana. Paula is excited to eat.
Yeah, I don't really care the
You can take it here.
Go out.
Okay, so to walk off the sinful breakfast we had, we are going for a late morning hike. So the hike we are doing today is the Turon River walk, and from what I understand, we have to do a few river crossings, and not even 2 minutes into the hike, we saw the first river we have to cross.
We're walking the whole trail barefoot.
But you're gonna walk on this style of rocks barefoot? Oh.
On the soil, I think it's okay. I just like this.
So Dorcas is gonna go barefoot. Is she gonna regret her decision? Paula is still struggling to cross. She's making out the path. Honestly, I think it looks shallow enough to put your whole feet in. The first half of the river was shallow enough to cross with your shoes, but the second half is too deep, and if you continue on with your shoes, your feet will be soaked if you were only wearing mid-cut boots.
So Paula is going to attempt to go barefoot midway. Aren't you going to go back to take out your shoes? Step in barefoot. Oh, so cold.
My pampered Singaporean feet was not used to walking barefoot, so it was quite uncomfortable walking on the sharp rocks, and the cold water made it painful when I was moving slowly.
Okay, so we all survived.
After the river crossing, we decided to continue hiking bare feet as there was a few more crossings coming up.
So after a few minutes in, we decided that we are Singaporeans and our feet cannot take the... So we are putting our shoes back on because there's spiky grass over there.
Yeah, you can get tetanus, you know.
Yes, we must listen to the nurse.
Not even vaccinated.
Back to my comfortable shoes and I can step anywhere I want. Okay, so not even 5 minutes after crossing the first river, we have to cross the second one. So we are taking off our shoes again for the second time. And the thing is, I think we're going to return the same way.
Yeah, we're
So-
gonna return the same way. Then we're
Yeah.
gonna cross 8 times, huh?
Yeah, so we have to take off our shoes and on and off 8 times. Is that log an alternative way across? I guess. It honestly seems pretty viable. Maybe I'm gonna cross this way instead. Paula! I think can eh. So, climbing up. Okay. The only thing I'm concerned about is my camera gear. And from here, the water is quite deep, so I really don't want to fall in. But the trunk seems quite stable. Yes, this path works. But this is under special circumstances. So Winnie is going to cross via the log as well. Let's hope she doesn't fall in. I hope she doesn't fall in. Yeah, it's quite steep. Once you get on top. She has adopted the butt crawl my method.
It probably didn't look that way from the previous angles, but to give you a better perspective, the log is suspended pretty high up above the water.
It's about twice her height. She's taking a moment to ponder life decisions. Okay, final stretch. Almost there. And she made it! It's a bit scary, I guess. So moving back, which path would you pick? How about you later? Go... She sit down and cross.
Oh, sit down and cross sounds like a good idea.
Then she will roll through her pencil.
As we hiked further down the trail, we found a scenic spot by the river where we decided to stop to have lunch.
After our lunch by the river or by the stream, we are headed back because we have to make it in time for our canoe session at 3 p.m. Also, it started drizzling just now, so that is why we are not completing the full river walk. Okay, so we are back at a river crossing just now where we had the option to use the log or to cross via the river. Which way will you go by now?
Log.
Okay. Oh, that's not a good sign. She hasn't even started and she already tripped. Paula is beginning the climb down. Look at that focus and the hunchback. Just hunching your back out. Okay, she did it without any assistance. Really going via the water route this time?
Don't know eh.
How about you?
Was it very slippery?
It's not slippery, it's just high.
It's just very high.
So Winnie decided to face her fears by crossing via the log again.
You can crawl forward if you don't want to rip your pants.
Laugh now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help. Yeah.
You got later one hole in the knee. You think what? No.
No, you're gonna get a hole here. That's not advisable.
I think I want to go back and do the other direction. And then someone else is going upwards then I cannot slide down.
You should get on your feet.
Apologies to Winnie for laughing at her misery, but it was a great source of entertainment for us. And the important thing is, she overcame her fears and did it.
Dorcas has begun her journey over as well.
But
Wow. Now stand up quite scary. You want to stand up?
So funny! That was so fun!
Was that on video?
Yeah. The butt stand up first.
Whoa, my legs are shaking.
At the end of the day, all of us successfully crossed the log, and it was definitely a memorable experience.
The second activity of today is none other than canoeing down the small stream next to our campground.
Okay. Come. Take this. Whew, so cold.
The canoeing experience is fairly basic. There is not much distance you can cover before you have to U-turn. If you're looking for a relaxing experience, this is something you can do. Personally, I'll prefer something more physically strenuous.
They are trying to tackle the, what's that called? Rapids? Yeah, they're trying to tackle the rapids, but it doesn't seem like it's working.
Their second attempt was looking a little better, but it wasn't long before they were ejected from the rapids yet again. Paula decided to give it a go and paired up with Dorcas. They actually did surprisingly well on their first attempt. They didn't manage to complete the whole stretch, but they did get pretty far.
Seems like they are doing decently well, and this is their first attempt.
I gave it a shot as well, but the results were pretty similar and I got my whole body wet.
Okay, so we are back from our kayaking and we washed up, and now more than ever we need a campfire, so I'm gonna attempt to start it up for the first time. So after about 45 minutes to 1 hour, the fire is finally up and the ladies are cooking dinner.
Good morning guys, it's 6 AM in the morning and it's the last day here at Turon Gates. So while the rest are sleeping, I'm up. I'm gonna go for a sunrise mission. But the thing is, I didn't scout the location the night before or the day before, so I have no idea if I'm gonna see anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna go out, try my luck and hope we see or find a nice spot and get a good sunrise. Casually driving, and I came across some horses roaming about. I don't think they're wild horses, I think they belong to the owner of this estate, but they're out and about for breakfast. And look, the horses here know how to give way to the car, they'll just walk to the side of the road. So smart. Check them out. They are more at the front of the car. And then when the car comes, wait, this one, does he know? Smart horsey. Smart horsey. Okay, road is clear again. Just a short drive, about 5 minutes away, there is this beautiful vantage point. I wish we knew of this place the night we came out to shoot stars. This place looks really nice, but the thing is, I don't think the sunrise is gonna be this way, so I'll come back later. I think the sunrise is facing the back. So yeah. So less than 30 seconds after spotting that nice spot, there is this huge hole in the road, and my cute little Mazda, I don't think it can go past this hole without scratching the bottom. And the view below doesn't look all that nice, so I don't think it's worth the risk or the damage to the car. So I'm just gonna U-turn and head back to that spot and catch the sunrise there. Okay, so I guess I found my spot. The sunrise is happening behind me. Now to quickly set up a time lapse. Hope I make it in time. Got my time lapse set up. Now to rush to get my drone shot because look at the colors of the sky. I drained my Mavic Pro's battery entirely, but fret not because now we're gonna switch over to FPV. So very successful flights. I got both my drones back and that is always a good thing. And this morning has been super fruitful and productive. I came out with zero expectations because I didn't do any planning or any location scouting the night before, and less than 10 minutes drive I got to this beautiful location where I can see so many different views. So yes, that is a really great thing.
I heard you loud and clear. Hi guys, it's 6 AM in the morning now, but everyone is asleep. I'm going out for a shoot. Thanks for waking us up.
Okay, so we are all packing up and ready to head back to Sydney.
So what do you guys think of this place, Turon Gates? Anyone?
Awesome. It's awesome.
Is that your review? Awesome? How about you?
I'm camera shy too.
Really, what's your review?
Paradise on Earth.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I think 2 days here would be perfect. Any longer, you'll be chilling around the campground a lot, and any shorter, you probably wouldn't get to explore the whole of this area. So yeah, if you come here, consider spending around 2 days.
So I didn't manage to film a proper ending to this video, so you have to make do with this voiceover. To conclude, I would like to say that Turon Gates was a very nice place to visit. Totally worth travelling the extra distance from Blue Mountains. If you are ever facing bad weather there, you can consider coming to this place instead. That's pretty much it for this video. It's a wrap.